Morning guys, welcome back. This is going to be a part 2 today. The video I uploaded last night seemed to be an absolute success. It's had over 12,000 hits already. So I haven't got a lot on this morning. I don't really normally do a lot on a Saturday, but I'm going to crack straight on this morning, get this side all stripped out so that we can inspect it and see what the damage is. And hopefully by the end of this video, by the end of today, we are going to have an outcome of whether we are going to rebuild this engine or not. I just need to get in there and have a look at the damage. We have made a bit of a tool up today where we're going to be testing to see if all these valves are closed in the closed position where they should be, and hopefully we get that side stripped out and do the same test on that side without removing the heads. Guys, I did have a couple of comments last night asking questions and suggestions about this head. Someone did say, has it got a crack in it and that's why the bolts are loose? The answer to that, to the eye, no it hasn't. I have fully inspected it and there doesn't appear to be any cracks or fractures in it whatsoever. I think the reason the bolts were loose was where the pistons have come up and hit those valves, they've stretched those bolts and that's why they're all loose. So well, that's just an assumption what I've come up with, but I may be very wrong. We will be testing today whether these are completely shut or not and whether they all hold air. The other questions, a couple of people commented about the hole here, saying that it was a hole in the block. Guys, this is not a hole in the block, this is the oil pump. The oil pump is a really large unit on this engine and it completely covers up the bottom. You've got to take the sump off, the alternator, the brackets. There's quite a lot of work involved, and obviously I'm not going to get involved in that until I know the outcome of what the damage is in this right hand side. So I'm just going to crack on, get all these injectors out, the diesel pipes off, the leak off hoses, get this rocker cover off and inspect this fully and see where we stand with it. But by the end of the day, hopefully we will know whether we are going to be repairing this engine or not. Stay tuned guys, I'm going to be coming in and out as I normally do and giving you updates on how we're getting on with it. Right guys, that only did take about an hour this time. Obviously this bank is a little bit further forward, so it was a lot easier to get the cover off, and upon inspection it is pretty much looking the same as the other side. On the front here we're absolutely fine, but on the back end we have had a couple of snap bolts which I've just wound out by hand. So again, that has come up, stretched and hit those. But we're going to get this cam out in a minute. We're going to get a tool on there, down in the injector holes, get all of the we're going to get all the valves in the upright position and then pressure test each of those valves, both sides, to see if they are holding. If they're holding pressure, then that means that they're closed all the way. If they're closed all the way, there is a good chance that they're not bent. I'm going to get on and get that done, guys, and I'll come back shortly. So guys, just got that cam all stripped out. My friend's just gone inside to cut some rods to put in each cylinder so that we can get them all in the upright position. Right guys, this is the tool that we made up. Quite simple, piece of plate with a valve in it, connecting the air pipe to it, and we've got a hand pump here to pump it up. I've checked all 6 cylinders and they're all leaking off. All these 3 are leaking off air at exactly the same rate. I would be confident that there is no damaged valves on this side of the engine. We've done it in that exact order. We started at the back there, went from that one to that one to that one, and then when we got to this side, I don't know why we done it round that way, but it's the way we done it. We started at this one, and then obviously the back one last. Guys, all of these 2 here leaked off at exactly the same rate as those 3 there. So I'm actually confident that those ones there has not got any bent valves either. But this last one that we tried, it doesn't matter how hard or fast you pump it. I'm not going to be able to do it because I need to hold the pump with 2 hands. It's not holding any pressure at all. It's all coming straight out the hole. So we have got bent valves on the back of that passenger side head. So it is going to be head off, guys, and refurbish them. Hopefully there's no damage on the top of the piston. If there is, then it's still going to be a new engine, but obviously I still can't tell whether we're going to need a new engine until I get this head off of there and see how bad the damage is. I mean, there is a good chance the car was ticking over when the belt gave way, so there's a good chance it is just going to be those bent exhaust valves. Yeah, sorry guys, it's the inlet valves. We're going to have to whip that head off. It's not going to be done today. I do appreciate that the diesel pump is actually on the back of this cam, and it is the most difficult one to get out. So we're still undecided whether to lift the cab off. There's a good chance that is probably the route we're going to go down, because it'll be so much easier to repair the engine and put it back together complete in the car before we lower the cab back down on it, and there's really nothing else to do. So we're probably going to be looking at going down that route. So guys, after a thorough investigation, we have decided that it's definitely got bent inlet valves on the rear bank of that cylinder. As you can probably see in the background now, I have actually committed, or I've started unplugging everything. We are going to be needing to take the cab off to get this head off the car. You probably can do it on the car, but it's so tight and fiddly. The best thing for it is to actually remove it, because putting it all back on, I don't think it's actually possible to put the heads back on with the cab on the chassis. So I mean, it's not going to be any time soon. I need to just get that Ferrari finished up before I can get this on the ramp. So guys, I've committed to it now. The cab is coming off, and it is going to be in a later video, and I will pick up straight back on that later video as soon as I'm ready to do it. It should be hopefully a day's work to remove the cab, probably a couple of days labour repairing the engines, and then a day to put the cab all back on. So like I said guys, I will pick back up on it as soon as I do get the chance to get back on it. Thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks for all the lovely comments, all the new subscribers, and the video last night went absolutely crazy, and I'm over the moon about that. Please don't forget to put the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and guys, I'll see you in the next one next week. Thank you.